Hey everybody, me again. So, kind of excited because I've been watching you guys grow through all your work and everything and hearing the feedback from your teachers and counselors. And I think you can handle today's challenge. So, I wanted to test you guys out. I think you guys have been growing and learning so much this year that you can try a more advanced activity. And it kind of relates to something we did in the past. You guys might not remember, but we studied the constellations a bit and astronomy some weeks ago, like back in November. But today is going to look a little bit deeper than the stars and go into the planets. And knowing you guys, I feel like you'd probably tackle this and be done with it in like 20 minutes. So I also added a fun video if you guys do finish early. It's the Magic School Bus. I don't know about you guys, but Miss Frizzle's like my hero. So um, hopefully you guys get to watch and enjoy a little fun fake field trip to the stars and the moons and planets. So let's get to it. We are going over to this one, I believe. Oh, there we go. So it is week 21. We're going back to space, exploring the planets. Again, it is a little bit higher than some of your levels, but you guys probably won't even notice. But don't feel bad if you're like, I don't know some of these words. I'm here to help. So you guys can pause me if you want to read for yourself. I know some of you have some fantastic teacher skills, or you can use me to read along with and handle it however you need to. Second. Sorry for the mini glitch. There we go. So we're doing Power Up Adventures, exploring planets. We're learning about astronauts. And again, you guys might remember, astronaut is a person who is trained to travel into outer space. And I might have tried this whole thing if it weren't for the like losing bone mass situation and being away for months and months from any family or friends. But if you can handle that, go tackle space. So astronauts explore different parts of space, such as the moon, planets, and stars. Now that brings up another point. If you guys have been keeping up with the news, I don't know how important the news is to you at your age, but we do have some new technology that they're trying out for getting people into and out of space faster. There's like the space shuttles that can get you to the space station, which if they manage to do that without any issues, people can actually take vacations into space. So you might not be gone for as long as you used to in the past, or definitely not as long as it would take to travel, say, to the moon or another planet. So if we think like an astronaut, we're going to learn about the planets and then do something a little silly. We're going to give some aliens a home based on our knowledge of the planets and then write about the aliens. So here are the planets. It's debatable, but there are 8 planets in our solar system. I think they actually turned around, went back, and gave Pluto his status again. So there might be 9 again. But for the status of today, we're looking at 8. We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. If you learn about each planet is distinct in its own special way. The smallest planet with the fastest orbit is Mercury. And remember, orbit is, gotta make sure I get this right, how fast it goes around something. So Mercury goes around the sun the fastest. It is made up of heavy metals and rocks, and it has no moons or rings. Venus is the hottest planet, which you might think is a little strange, seeing as it's not as close to the sun as Mercury, but it has a toxic atmosphere filled with carbon dioxide. And if that helps you guys out, that's the stuff we breathe out. So if we were to go there, we wouldn't have anything to breathe in. There's no plants to eat up that carbon dioxide and convert it into oxygen. It has mountains and volcanoes. Earth, oops, sorry, went too far. Earth is the only planet we know of that can host living things. Water covers 70% of the surface. An atmosphere is made of nitrogen and oxygen, which does allow us to breathe. Mars is called the red planet, as you can tell by the picture, because the atmosphere and soil look red. It has 2 moons, is cold, and often has major dust storms. Looking at the color, I would have thought it would be hot. Oh, sorry, 1 second. And I'm back. So Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's made mostly of hydrogen and helium and has 4 very faint rings. And in case my video cut me off in the middle of what I was saying earlier, I was saying looking at the color of Mars, I would have thought it would be hot because when I think of cold, I think of blue, but maybe that's not always the case. Saturn has 7 main rings with spaces between them. Like Jupiter, is made mostly of hydrogen and helium. So these are the gas giants because they're not really made of anything solid, which is kind of interesting to think about if you consider the fact that they're in space, not like dispersing, right? Holding what we would call a shape. Uranus is atmosphere made of hydrogen, helium, and methane. The methane makes Uranus blue. And in fact, the methane out near where Uranus is, it might be cold enough out there for methane to not be in its natural state of gas, which it would be here on Earth. If you think of methane, think of when you pass gas, that's a methane gas. So if you have a lot of that making up a whole planet, well, I mean, I don't know if it smells, but I can imagine. And beyond that, if it's cold enough, that gas can even be a liquid or a solid. It has a set of 13 rings, which you might not be able to tell since they look so thin, and it rotates on its side. And then Neptune is cold, dark, and very windy. Its atmosphere is made of hydrogen, helium, and methane again, and it also gives Neptune the same blue color. It has 6 rings that can barely be seen. So you've learned a lot about the planets, and now you can use it to answer some questions on the next slide. You want to drag the alien to the planet that will want to live on. So you're going to read each description for the alien and base it off of the information. Feel free to go back to the other slides and look back for the information to see which planet each alien wants to live on. They already did one for you, which is this first alien right here. He wants to live on a planet that has water. Well, the only one we're aware of is Earth. So take some time, work together, see if you can figure out where the rest of the aliens go. And when you're done, unpause me and keep going. Did you find out where all the aliens want to go? All right, let's see. What's the biggest planet? Well, if you go back over here, biggest planet in our solar system. Told you right there, and I'm sure you guys found it. So he wants to live on Jupiter. How about the one who wants to live on a planet that's cold, dark, and windy? Neptune, right? And again, you could have checked by going back, and it said cold, dark, and very windy.
Desmond Calhoun to the office for dismissal. Desmond Calhoun to the office for dismissal.
Sorry for that interruption. Last thing, which planet has 7 rings? That's 6 rings, so not that one. Oh, has 7 main rings. So you can see how going back, researching your answers, making sure you pick the right one would help you to put all your aliens in the right spot. Hopefully you guys shared the rest of your answers with each other and you've got all your aliens where they need to go. Finally, let's write about an alien. Choose a planet where you want an alien to live. Then write about why your alien would want to live on that planet and how they'll survive. So here you can put your planet choice, one of the 8, or maybe you want to include Pluto and add some of your own details about Pluto. So which planet would you want an alien to live on? What would your alien's name be? Does he live alone, or is he like a whole family of aliens? Or maybe it's a whole species. How does the alien survive on that planet? What traits or features about the planet is what makes the planet attractive or useful for that alien family or species to live on? For example, we need oxygen to breathe and water to drink, and it can't be too hot. So Earth is perfect for us because we have water, air, and a little bit of sunlight. Feel free to come up with lots of ideas, share, and I'd love for you guys to share with me later if you want. So put them in the comments if you want me to check out your alien. And again, I hope you're done quickly so you guys get to watch some fun videos. You've got a couple here. We've got this one, which we love to sing. It's only 1 minute long, and it's the We Are the Planets little rap that they did. And then this one's the Magic School Bus, which, again, one of my favorites, when cousin Janet comes to visit Arnold and gets to experience her very own field trip. So have fun. See you guys hopefully soon, and I miss you. Bye.